What's going on, guys? CTG Matt back. This is the last round of All-Star voting that was released and given to us by the NBA. As you can tell, Giannis, Brunson, Maxey, Cade, and Donovan Mitchell lead the East in voting, top 5 at least. And in the West, we got Luka, Jokic, Curry, Shea, and Victor leading the way. Why am I bringing this up? Because today, we're making an All-Star ballot. We may make 2 depending on how much fun we're having. A couple of things I want to point out, though, in this, which is very interesting to me. I do want to talk about All-Star voting a little bit. It's nice to see some guys getting some shine that I didn't think would. Like OG Anunoby being 13th in the East was a little bit different. But it's nice to see MPJ might make his first All-Star game. Jalen Johnson might make his first All-Star game. There's a couple of first-time All-Stars in here, and that's always the most fun. OG would be a one-time All-Star. McHale would be a one-time All-Star. Josh Hart shouldn't be in the voting. Why is he even an option? Norm Powell would be a fun first-time All-Star as well, as would Josh Giddey. I think he'd be a first-time All-Star, and I think Franz already made it once. But otherwise than that, like even in the West, there's a couple of first-time All-Stars. You read through Victor Wembanyama, I think he's already made it. But like Denny Avdia is number 7. I'm not voting for him today because he has an entire country to do that for him, so he doesn't need me. LeBron's right behind him, though. KD, Şengün, Reeves, he'd be a one-time All-Star, I believe. James Harden, Kawhi, AD, Jamal Murray. That's who I think I am going to vote for. I'll let you know kind of preemptively. I think I want to give a vote to Jamal Murray. He's very deserving. Then after him, you got Coop Flag, which would be very fun. Devin Booker, Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and Stephon Castle to round out the top 20. Jimmy Butler literally told people to not vote for him, and for good reason. Why are we voting for Jimmy Butler? This is a guy who notoriously doesn't play in the All-Star game. They vote him in, and he doesn't play. I remember he refused to enter an All-Star game a few years ago. Why are we wasting votes on him? Coop Flag would be fun, though. All right, let's bounce over. We're going to start in the Western Conference. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. We're building out our Western Conference team, and I don't even know if I should vote for Jokic because I don't know if he's going to be playing in it. You know, he's missing 4 weeks. He might be back by then. I'm not exactly sure. Today is the last day of voting, though. I do believe it said when I opened up the website. So get out there, vote for your favorite NBA players. You'll go vote for a politician, but you won't vote for your favorite NBA player. That's ass backwards. At least the NBA player provides some entertainment value, unlike the politicians. Get out there, do your civil duty, and vote for Anthony Edwards. I think I'm going to put, I don't want to build like the prototypical ballot, right? Because if I did just purely off of deserving, it'd be Luka, Shea, Jokic, Ant, and probably Steph. Like that's the starting 5. That's no fun. That's no fun. I do want to give Anthony Edwards a nod because the Wolves have been rolling recently. Like they just 30-balled the Bucks in Milwaukee, and Giannis was playing, and there was no Anthony Edwards playing in that game. But otherwise than that, like you see the 29 points per game, dude, he's a bucket. He's just a bucket. If I want to do a full, like, yeah, that's probably the right pick ballot, I'm just going to fill it out right now. It'd probably have these 4. And who would be my 5th All-Star? Would it be Steph? Bro, he just had 7 yesterday, I think. So I don't know if I want to give him a vote, even though they did win that game by 1 million. Last night's nightcap was 2 blowouts, Portland and the Lakers game. 2 blowouts. That was real fun to watch. Who would be another All-Star that I'd put in here? I'm going to give it to Jamal Murray, dude. I'm sorry. I'm giving it to Jamal Murray. I did 5 picks. I know it's 1 wing, 3 guards. Technically, you could just say 4 guards. But Jamal Murray is, to me, very deserving. I know it's not just him carrying the load, like Peyton Watson and guys like that have really stepped up. But this year in particular, with MPJ gone, Jamal Murray needed to step up and take more shots and be more aggressive, and what we've gotten is the best version of Jamal Murray we've seen since the bubble. So he's deserving, at least to me, especially for a guy that's never made it before. I mean, he was able to take a rest day a week ago because he technically doesn't fit the NBA's mold or criteria for a superstar. Do the Nuggets deserve 2 in the top 5? Yeah, they do. Nikola Jokic is by far the best center in basketball. I don't even think that it's really close. I know Vic is like slowly getting closer, but he's not there yet. He's not Jokic. Jokic killed him last time they played too, so that doesn't help. Over out east, I'm going to give a vote to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is going to make the All-Star ballot for me. Why? He's top 5 in MVP voting. He's averaging 29.5 with 5 and 6. That's a well-rounded stat line. Giannis, you're in. Congratulations, buddy. Cade, you're in. Congratulations, buddy. Tyrese Maxey, you're second in the league in scoring or whatever. Congratulations, you're in, buddy. And who's the last one I want to give it to? So I got 2 guards, a wing, and a pseudo big kind of. I want to give it to MPJ low-key. Because the Nets have been watchable, and MPJ is a big reason why the Nets are watchable. See, the most shocking part, people think like, oh my God, he's averaging 26 in Brooklyn. Well, I'm looking at these stats and going, oh my God, he's averaging 3.5 assists. That's not even close. Like he's blowing out his previous career high. I think the correct pick would give it to Donovan Mitchell. I don't want to diss the Spider, because if I'm being honest with you, what the Cavs record would be that they'd have 9 wins without Donovan Mitchell. They're pitiful without Dono. Can I be honest with you? They are not a great team without Donovan Mitchell. He is like the most dangerous player on the team. He is, and it's not even really close. He's also just really efficient. He passes pretty well. Like Donovan Mitchell checks all the boxes, but I feels like these 5 guys in the East that I pick, if you take them off their team's like a 10-win squad. Who would have the best chance if I took them off their team for their team to still be good? Probably Donovan Mitchell, I guess, because of the fact that like they have a couple of all-star quality guys. But if you take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics, I don't know where they'd be. And Cade Cunningham off the Pistons, that's just not even a contender. All right, now I want to do a different one that's more fun. I'm going to call this the more fun ballot because, yeah, I want to keep picks a little bit more fun rather than just chalk. You know what I mean? So who do I want to give votes to in here that I think could really... Keontae George. Get him in the All-Star game, dude. He's a fun scorer, an explosive scorer. 24 and 7 and 4 is a pretty damn good mark. He's just really good. He balls out, man. Do I want to give it to Bron? Nah, he's made too many of them. That's like pot of greed level of stuff. I'm good. Who else do I want to give it to? A Pelican, and which Pelican? Of recently, Trey Murphy's played better, so I guess I should lean him. Zion, not that Zion's been bad, but like Trey Murphy's putting up 30 pluses every night, and he still hasn't been an All-Star. He's averaging 22 a game, and he hasn't been an All-Star this year, or ever. So let's get him in there. First time All-Star, that'd be fun. Fuck getting Shaedon Sharpe to the All-Star game. I need Shaedon Sharpe in the dunk contest. Get your high-flying ass down there. Go do some 360 windmills or something in front of Shaq and Charles Barkley. I don't know who's going to be judging. Who else do we want in here? Do I want a king? No, that's a joke. I don't want any kings. Who really is deserving? Fuck it. Peyton Watson to the All-Star game. He has been hooping with no Jokic. He's been carrying a lot of the load, so I got to give big guys some respect. I'm giving Dylan Brooks respect, too. He's been very good this year. I have 4 picks. I got 1 more left in the tank. Who do I want to give it to? Is there a big man that I really want to get to the All-Star? Anthony Davis isn't going to play in it, so don't vote for Anthony Davis. He's not going to be able to play. So that'd be pointless. You'd be effectively putting your ballot in the urinal. LP's missed a ton of time. I don't really want to give it to him. Is there, like, Jaren? Jaren's not a bad choice. You know what? Chet. I didn't give him DPOY in my last video. Go watch my last video. I did all the NBA awards. I did not give Chet Holmgren DPOY, so I think he deserves a little bit of respect. And this is where we're going to give it to him and say, hey, buddy, you want your first All-Star game? You can have it. So this is the fun ballot in the West. It's Keontae George, Trey Murphy, Dylan Brooks, Peyton Watson, and Chet Holmgren. Can I say, that lineup would be so good in real life. Would be so good. I mean, you got 3 defensive dogs in there, plus one of the best rim protectors in basketball, and then an explosive scorer. That sounds like a fun-ass lineup to play with in 2K. But over in the East, who do I want to make the All-Star game? Jalen Johnson, first-time All-Star. I'm always giving the nod to a first-time All-Star because I always think that's like the coolest thing is seeing a guy get his first, and ideally not his only, like Jeff Teague. Everyone clowns poor Uncle Jeff for that one. Uncle Jeff's Jeff Green. I don't know. I'm tripping. Who else should we put in the All-Star game? Scotty Air Barney. He deserves his respect. He's having another really good year. 19, 5, and 8. Like, that's a good year again. And just nobody cares. Nobody cares about Toronto. That's their problem. But it's like, that's tough, you know. He's having a great year. He deserves a little bit. Kevin Porter Jr. is really averaging 18 a game. Well, that's a lot more than I thought. Oh, Jalen Duren can make it. First-time All-Star. We're giving nods out here. Who else we got? Any Pacers besides P-Skills? Probably not. I'm good on that. Who else could really be here? Modest in the All-Star game. He needs to do the dunk contest again. I think he did it last year. Just do it again, man. We know you got hops. We believe in you. Noah Clowney to the All-Star game. Yes, sir. Sign me up. Who should I really put in? Peyton Pritchard? 17, 5, and 5. That's not all-star numbers, but it's pretty close. It's close enough. CJ McCollum. I'm good. I said I was giving the nod to first-time all-stars. Norman Powell. That'll be my last pick. Everyone here really is a first-time all-star. Was Chet an all-star last year? Oh, I have one more pick in the East. I'm tripping. Except for Scotty Barnes. He doesn't. He's had a couple of all-star appearances now. I still got one more pick out East. And does Desmond Bane deserve it? Not really. I'm going to give it to Conrad. The Hornets getting an all-star would be fun, and a rookie Con Kneppel getting in there. He has been probably one of the most. He has been their most consistent player. He's probably been their best player. Let's just be honest with each other. LaMelo Ball is fantastic, but what Conrad is doing is not normal for a rookie. And I know it's more normalized now to say stuff like, oh, we'll see, the records get broken. But some of the records he's breaking are like 50 years old, man. So there's only, 2 non-first-time All-Stars? I think Chet made it last year. I feel like he did. And then Scotty Barnes, I know for a fact, has made the All-Star game a couple of times. But everyone else here is a first-time All-Star. And that's kind of what I was aiming for. Guys that are deserving, but also at the same time, haven't made it before. Cleared it for one last run. We're calling this the anti-All-Stars. These are guys that probably shouldn't be in the All-Star game that I'm gonna try to get in the All-Star game. Guys that aren't deserving. Who we got in here? Malik Monk? That's my guy, man. I love Malik Monk. Who should I get to the All-Star game? Julian Champagnie. Okay. Jock Landale. Okay, that's 2. So, Julian Champagnie, just a shooter. Runs around screens, is a bomber. He's Spurs AJ Green, if you're a Bucks fan, or Spurs Sam Hauser, if you're a Celtics fan, or Spurs Sam Merrill, if you're a Cavs fan. He's just their equivalent, except he's not white. I think I can confidently say Julian Champagnie is not a white man. Jock Landale, why is he in there? Because he's been hooping. Bro, he's killing, and I'm not sure why. 11 and 6 per game. He's shooting threes really well. Like, Jock Landale is taking 4 threes a game. I don't know when this started. I don't know why this is happening. But Big Jock has been really decent for the Grizzlies this year. I can't lie. Keon Ellis, you're going to the All-Star game, buddy. He's averaging 5. Well, it's all about defense. What he does doesn't show up on the box score. He's really worth about 30 points. Just it doesn't count on the box score. I'm lying. But Keon Ellis hoops, and we like Keon Ellis around here. We appreciate a good defender on a bad team. I'm putting Big Rude in the All-Star game again. He has not made an All-Star game in a few years now, I believe, but he could really win Defensive Player of the Year. Even though the betting odds say that it's Chet Holmgrens, get the fuck out of here. Rudy Gobert makes the Timberwolves more fierce than ever. I think he might be one of their, if maybe a step below Anthony Edwards for their most valuable player. It's very close. And him and McDaniels are pretty close. I'd still say that. Either way, who do I believe is the last All-Star spot in the West? Who should it go to? Dante? Najee Marshall? Zach Edey when he can play, except he won't be playing at all for a while. Do I want to give it to Keldon? No, I already gave a freaking Spur in here. I want to give it to Keldon because Keldon's been really good this year. Really, really good for the Spurs. Killing it on the glass. Offensive rebounding. And now he's hitting threes again. He's classified as a 2 or a 3 on 2K instead of a 4 now. You guys know Tim Hardaway Jr. has like the 4th most charges in the NBA over the last 10 years. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I find that funny because I feel like I don't watch Tim Hardaway Jr. take that many charges, but I guess he is, and I just haven't been paying attention. Who should this last All-Star spot go to? Saddiq Bey. I don't have to explain myself to you. So we got, this is the West All-Star lineup of guys that aren't going to make the All-Star game, but they deserve some shine. That's what I'm naming this. They deserve some shine. All-Star ballot. Champagnie, absolute bomber, beautiful shooter. Jock Landale, stretch 5. Keon Ellis, clamps defensively, doesn't score a lot, but clamps. Has one of the highest three-point percentages in NBA history as well, if you don't know. Rudy Gobert, probably the Defensive Player of the Year. And Saddiq Bey. Because he kills the Knicks, and I hate the Knicks. I'm giving Alex Sarr a nod because he's been the best rim protector in basketball. They don't show his block stats, but I believe he has the most blocks in basketball now. Or the highest block per game average. Total blocks is Jay Huff. He's somewhere around there. Jay Huff might lead in total blocks, and Sarr is per game, I think. I don't know. I might have that mixed up. But Alex Sarr is very good. Very underrated to the common NBA fan because nobody gives a shit about the Wizards. But I have other names in mind that I really wanted to put on here. Anthony Black was another one I was thinking of. He's having a most improved type of year. He's not going to win the award, but he's having a year where it's like, oh, he could justifiably win most improved player. Having a great run. Keyshawn George is another guy I had in mind. I like Keyshawn George a lot. He just did an interview on NBA TV yesterday. So if you're a Wizards fan, and go watch The Association from yesterday. Rudy Gay was talking to him, and so was Chris Haynes. It was kind of an interesting chat. But Keyshawn George is a foul magnet, and that's his big crux. That's like the only bad thing about Keyshawn George's game is the fact that he fouls a lot. And that just means he plays hard defense. We don't mind that around here. But when he was their best player before Trae Young got there, it does make it hard for to call you your team's best player when you constantly have to sit due to foul trouble. Sam Merrill's averaging 14. That's about 5 more points per game than I thought he was averaging. Nah, maybe 4. I thought he'd be a double-digit scorer, not 14. Sam Merrill's averaging more points per game than Quentin Grimes. What? Sam Merrill's averaging more points per game than Anthony Simons, Quentin Grimes, Tobias Harris. I'm just finding this out now, and I'm completely thrown by it. I can't lie. Yegor can make the All-Star game. He's a rookie. He shoots a lot of threes. He's a bomber. Same thing he was at BYU, I believe, where he was at before. He just chucks a lot of threes. He gets them up. Volume three-point shooter. He's just fun to watch. It's Joman, I believe it is. I don't know. I didn't kiss the wall, but maybe one day. Where's the last guy that I want to put in here? We got 4 of our 5 slots picked up. Do I want to give it to Ayo? I don't want to give it to Ayo because there's another guy on that same exact team that I really want to give it to. It's Modest Buzelis. Sorry, Ayo. I wanted to give it to Modest because Modest is my guy. And, yeah, this is the fun all-star team that I have picked. Only one previous all-star here. It's Rudy Gobert, and that's because nobody's voting for him. But, again, he's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion, at least as of today. But everyone else here is a young player or Jock Landale, who's 30. Sadiq Bey is probably close to 30 as well. But all these guys have never made the All-Star game before except for Rudy Gobert, and they are all not really deserving, but they're having great years and deserve some shine. That's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to go catch a game. I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll talk about All-Star voting next time.